But not to damper the mood, but we do have some sad news. Of course, this week we lost two famous people that for better or for worse, have really been ingrained in pop culture. First, we lost Olivia Newton-John earlier this week, and of course, today at the time of this recording, we lost Anne Hesh to the from that accident.
Yeah, so I guess start with Olivia, and I'm wearing my Xanadu shirt today. My actually Xanadu on Broadway shirt.
Yeah,
Um,
I was thinking about that, and the day that Olivia Newton-John passed away, you posted the anniversary for Xanadu.
yeah, it was actually weird. I mean, that morning, different Olivia groups posting fun photos. Happy 42nd anniversary to Xanadu, and then I was at work, and I saw it right on her husband posted on the Facebook on the Facebook Instagram page. And because it didn't show up anywhere else for like a good 15, 20 minutes, so I didn't quite believe it. I thought, were they hacked? Is this some type of bad joke? Or every once in a while there's sometimes there's press releases that are pre-done and accident,
Right.
and I thought, well, maybe worst case, and then it just got more, and obviously they start picking up and confirmed that it was true. So obviously, I grew up with Grease. I think I sent you a picture of me at my desk, and there's a little Grease logo on the
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah. Oh, for
it
sure.
it's been a part of my life, and she's been a part of my life, and I think I've seen her 3 or 4 times in concert. So
Yeah. No,
it's devastating.
it is devastating. It's really amazing how certain people kind of stay with you most of your life, and you feel, obviously admiration and everything for them, but just such a deep sense of sorrow when they go.
Yep.
They're
And
a
I
part of you.
think, unlike, obviously, we have celebrity deaths kind of all the time, and I think something, one, she's a little bit different. Obviously, she's been around for decades and just kind of has been a cultural icon, mostly through Grease and her songs. But she was also so nice and giving that she's really remembered just as much for that as anything else. So I think that's what makes it kind of more heartbreaking for everybody.
And that says a lot too, because with fame and everything, being bombarded and people wanting a piece, and it's tough to go out and all that to kind of carry on um that kind of kindness in your heart towards other people really speaks volumes, I
Yeah.
think. And what I didn't know about Olivia Newton-John is how much records she actually sold. Like, take Grease away,
Hmm.
just the amount of, like, the millions of albums that she sold over the years. I never realized it was that much. It's incredible. I
It
mean,
is.
before Grease, she was the superstar.
Oh, absolutely. And so that was, she just kind of kept catapulting from there. And I do, obviously I've been rewatching stuff where, they've been having kind of some special videos, but I forget how she was banned, for Physical, the song, and video. I mean, now
Yeah, what was that? Why was she banned?
it was too sexual of a song.
Okay.
And it was just like, now you look at it, this is nothing, so it is strange, that you,
I know. You take away the decades of what
yeah.
was acceptable. Like Elvis in the 50s, they were like, "Oh my gosh, the hips." And by the 70s, even Elvis was like, "Yeah, that was tame compared to what's happening now."
Yeah. So, but yeah. So anyway, so it was strange because the weekend before, I've been actually revisiting a lot of Xanadu the musical for reasons unknown. But I saw 2 or 3, I think 3 times. I saw that on Xanadu on Broadway, which was 2007, which was a lot of fun. And she visited the show, and for, I think, I don't know if it was opening night, but I know she was there on the show, and I think they kind of got nervous that she was there watching, but poking fun of the movie a little bit.
Yeah, how do you not get a little nervous with that?
Yeah, yeah, to actually have Olivia Newton-John in the audience, but she's a good sport. Was a good sport
It
about it.
sounds like she's a good sport. She knows how
Yep,
to rock it.
yep.
I
So
feel the same way when I go to order a Diet Coke, and I feel like you're watching me if I'm going to mess up the way I drink it. It's the same thing.
yeah, are you just ordering a plain Diet Coke? I don't know. The Coke really messes. They have a lot of, like, orange cream Coke. I like just all these weird flavors, but it just seems disgusting to me.
Yeah. Do you ever order Diet Coke and you get regular and then you spit it out right away and go,
Pretty
this
much.
isn't
Yeah.
diet?
Usually like this is not right.
No,
Or if they Diet Pepsi, okay? I'm like, no. You want me
no.
to
Oh,
drink?
that's
You're asking
offensive.
me to drink toilet water? What's going on here?
Yeah, even I know that. That's yuck.
But
But yeah, so Olivia Newton-John, sorry to sidetrack us there.
it's
I really felt bad for you this week because I
a
know
lot of
she meant a
a lot
lot
of
to you.
people
I feel
a lot of
bad.
people did. A lot of people I got a lot of
Yeah,
most like, people are, you're the first person I thought of. So
yeah,
so I
yeah.
said
No, that's a compliment.
it is. So and I was fortunate to, like I said, see her and then meet her after her shows, one of her shows at the when she had a Las Vegas residency. So I remember as a big, my sister and I were just talking about this, that we didn't want to go opening night because they wanted to make sure they had their crap together and figured it out. So we went to the second night
Yeah,
because we thought, okay, they should have, because opening night sometimes they get canceled. They're like, oh, we're not ready, or so. And I'm
and
glad we did.
technical stuff can
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, you just never know. So and we also, same thing, we didn't want to be the first person in the meet and greet line after. And so I remember we were like second and third. And so just one, I remember during we had front row of the concert, so obviously that's amazing enough. And right near the end, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet her and talk to her. What? I'm just like, I started getting
Yeah,
emotional.
of
Became
course.
like, I'm like, oh my, what? I'm getting nervous. And
You get
but
the willies.
yeah. So and I brought you get a free autograph, at your seat. And then I brought one of my favorite Grease trading card, for her to sign. And
Oh, cool.
I remember just kind of talking to her about the jacket, and she whispered something into my ear, and everybody in line stopped me. Was like, what secret did she tell you? Not everybody, but people saw her kind of whispering something. They kind of wanted to know what she was up to. But anyway, sweet as can be.
Sweet as pie.
Yes. And then December 2019, I got to meet her and John Travolta at a special Grease screening that they were doing. I think they did 3 meet and greets or kind of Grease sing-alongs in Florida, and so I
Nice.
can't. That's probably one of my. I got pretty emotional during that screening for. I'm not sure what reason. I don't know if it was all coming flooding back to me, getting to meet them, and the T-Birds were there, and just kind of everybody having a good time all at once. So
Yeah, that's a big deal.
yeah, glad it happened.
Where was that in Florida that you said you met them?
Jacksonville, Florida is. So they went to 3 different places in Florida. So the one I went to was in Jacksonville at kind of a amphitheater of some sort.
That's a lot. That's a quite a trek to meet all those Grease cast members in one spot.
Yeah, I was. It was the
Did you
director
get the
was there.
chills?
Yeah, they actually had the Grease.
Were they multiplying?
They were. The Grease Lightning car was there, which I've never seen. Yeah, so it was just kind of all this. I don't think I knew the director was going to be there, but he was, and so it was just John Travolta wore a Danny Zuko toupee. He was looking like Danny. He had his leather
Yeah,
jacket on, and Olivia dressed in a yellow dress that was similar. So it was just,
that's what you
it
like
was
to hear.
surreal. I could imagine 8-year-old Robbie uh,
Oh yeah,
sitting
yeah.
sitting with
How do you do
Danny
that?
and Sandy. So, and you're just like other things. You're just with super like-minded people. Like
Yeah.
you were in your element.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, I get it. I felt that way when I met Leo D. Leonardo DiCaprio was like is my favorite actor, but he's like the reason I wanted to get into show business as a kid and all that stuff. And um, when I met him, it was very like got you got you got the
Weird,
sweaty
yeah.
palms. You get the sweaty palms. But and also okay, so yeah, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. That is a terribly sad loss. And then today, August 12th, we lost Anne Hesh from results from the brain damage she suffered from the crash, which is really no, obviously not a doctor, but the timeline seemed very weird because she was obviously talking after the crash, but she was injured,
hmm
and then they put her a stable condition, and then she took a drastic turn and never recovered from that coma. So it was really I'm not going to say bizarre because it might happen all the time, but just a shocking turn of events of how quickly she was gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Very sad. She was obviously When she had her fair amount of troubles, and I'll be honest, we've probably all have poked fun of her for. I mean, she was poking fun of herself. The name of her book was "Call Me Crazy," um, that she wrote. But it also kind of shows the breadth of mental health issues, and she's obviously somebody with more means than most people, and still could not. There's certain troubles that she could not kind of get past, and then of course a lot of times that help. It's perpetuated, or I guess worsened, between drugs and alcohol and all sorts of stuff as well. And
Yeah.
I know she has 2 sons, so it's kind of just it's just all around sad on top of that. And then she also did not
Hmm.
have. I mean, she was great. She led a kind of great acting life. I think it was almost 100 different productions that she was in, but she also was more or less blacklisted for. I mean, they made her leave I think the Volcano premiere, that she wasn't allowed to go to the after party because she brought Ellen as her date.
Yeah, they they made her leave like at the end, and because I guess like God forbid we see you with Ellen.
Yes,
Which that's a good reason to leave anyway. You never want to be seen with Ellen 'cause she
but
sucks.
now that we know,
But now that we know why, I mean that's messed up, man. That really is.
yeah, and that was just 20 some years ago. That's not even.
Yeah, it was like what,
No,
97, 98?
I think so, yeah.
So
But
it's terrible.
anyway, but
But
she obviously Psycho remake, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I was just thinking, did you see My Friend Dahmer? She played
mhm, yeah,
Jeffrey's mom in that small role, but I
small
thought
role.
she did a good job.
She did do a good job. To me, she will always be my favorite role is always Maggie Pistone and Donnie Brasco.
Mm,
It's a small supporting role, but she like rocks it
yeah,
and she plays perfectly the lonely housewife that's like worried and upset and angry and trying to take care of the kids. And she's like, "You hear yourself talking? Nothing, nothing. You're a college man," and all this stuff. With opposite Johnny Depp,
yeah,
which I think Donnie Brasco is my second favorite mob movie outside of the obvious,
yeah.
like Godfather and stuff. It's just so good.
Well, you have to. I mean, she has to hold her own. I mean, to some of these big people, and I was thinking, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is she just in one scene or 2 scenes? She's not really. Uh, she's not in it too much, but she made her mark.
She did, yeah,
Yeah,
did a great job. So,
yeah. And
and to
I
your
met her.
point of mental health issues, I mean, obviously somebody with more means than others, you might have a step ahead of you, um, to get that help faster. But it really, everybody's different, and it's very
Yeah,
tough to do that. And it's very sad to see that. I don't know the conditions of what happened that day or if she was whatever, but it is very sad
yeah.
and it's very shocking too.
It is. So, and I
So
got to meet her once at the Sundance Film Festival for a film called Cedar Rapids.
nice,
Took
yeah,
place in Iowa. I don't think they shot anything in Iowa, but they might have had some establishing shots. And
sure,
she's supposed to be from Omaha in the movie. So, um, but yeah.
nice.
So I remember I was like, she was up on stage, and I usually kind of the rule at this particular Eccles Theater at Sundance. If they're on the stage, they're kind of unattainable, and sometimes you can get them to come down and kind of crouch and take a picture if you get their attention. So I was trying to get her attention, and she saw me. She actually called me up to the stage and let me take a photo with her. And I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting, like, I was like, oh, what am I going to get? Just super. She was super down to earth and normal,
She
normal
was
as can be. Yeah.
she was as normal as pie.
Yes. So, but yeah, just like I don't know what I was expecting, but just she was really
You
sweet.
don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You could get sweet Anne Hesh. You could get like somebody that's you know
I don't
you
know,
don't
but
know.
yeah, but she was great at the time.